Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. Don't go away, Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Second 11 from the 31. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snider of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on our first road trip of the year.
Yep.
In Elkmont, Alabama. Elkmont, Alabama. Alabama's that call them Elkmont. And we are live at the car show. We're not having to fight wasps yet, but they are here.
I'll stir them up. We'll get them fired.
Don't you do it, Todd. You can stir up.
I'm finding me a stick. We're going to poke them.
We'll recreate the old Sting movie.
The old Tom McClung here. Old Tomcat alongside Todd, the talent, the bod, Tomlin, Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Some of us are in the shade. Some of us in the sun. We're calculating how this sun's going to rise and set and hopefully be. It's really a pleasant morning, guys.
Yeah, it is. A little breeze blowing.
A little breeze.
Yeah, definitely come out here.
85.
Drove up through here. Already saw a bunch of awesome cars out there. So
yeah.
And I'm kind of glad it is because next week it's supposed to be brutal.
It is. It's the dry heat. The stuff that's coming out of, I don't know, stuff I've seen in Arizona, in Phoenix in the summertime.
Yeah.
That stuff's not.
Talking about 100 degrees Tuesday.
Yeah. And that's the feels like temperature because there's no humidity.
All this climate change, people are loving it. They're like, I told y'all. 100 years ago on this very day, it was
you remember them weekly readers we used to get, man. It's going to be the next what do you call it when snow comes down? Ice Age.
Yeah. Well,
next
I
Ice
was
Age.
watching Barney Miller the other night.
Yeah.
And this was in the 70s, and they were having a story about, and this guy got arrested for whatever, and that was his big thing. Was like, don't y'all realize we're in the midst of a ice age? The core temperature's dropping to whatever. I'm like, whatever.
You shut up, man. Hey, look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or X at Tailgate Talk AL. You can visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives. As the band walks by, done a fine job playing the national anthem down there. Kudos to the Elkmont Marching Band here. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll, enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at 256-812-1TGT, 256-812-1848, or call in guests, which will be most of them today. We'll be coming in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Special guest segment is sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. I think we make Joel Schrenk, coach of the Elkmont Red Devils, our special guest segment if he comes in here. Y'all agree on that?
I agree.
All right. I do too. Big win last night for the Red Devils.
Yeah, it was. I mean, on the road too, wasn't it? Or was it at home?
No, it was at home. It was here.
And the last few seconds of the game, they had their ball right there on the goal line on their own end. And I was praying, I was like, come on, guys, hold on to the ball. Don't fumble it.
Don't fumble. Yeah, don't safety it.
Yeah,
or safety it or fumble it for a touchdown.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Our guest today will be head coach Matt Smith, Tanner Rattlers, head coach Jonathan Snider of the Ardmore Tigers, Brick Pugh, head coach of the Clements Colts, Joel Schrenk, Elkmont High School. He'll be joining us live, as mentioned. Cody Gross, Athens got a good win.
Yeah, it was a battle, it sounded like.
Yeah. Sounded like. Logan Bourandas is going to join us this morning, the media Trash Pandas media relations.
Their season winding down.
Season winding down. And the Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham, coming up. College football is right around the corner.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Today, in about an hour.
It is, isn't it? It's right. And in Ireland. They're going to play American football in Ireland.
I was watching some of that. And so they're up on the set of Game Day. And this, I guess it was a local they were in a really cool set. It looked like they were downtown. And this young lady brought out a tray of Irish-type food or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She brought out a big plate of tripe.
Tripe?
Which is stomach lining.
Yeah.
And then some blood stew or soup.
Oh, no, you can keep that blood soup.
So anyway, so it was so funny. Saban, man, is just, he's living his life now, buddy. He's, he's doing what he wants. And
Jupiter Island.
So Pat McAfee's up there. Pat McAfee.
Oh, he's funny.
He'd ate cow patty if they'd have brought it to him. He just don't care. And, man, he's like, oh, yeah, come on, Coach, we got to have some of this cow stomach. And Saban's like, He said, I think I'll just maybe try to have some of that stew. Some of that blood stew.
That blood stew.
And he wasn't having none of it. My man didn't even attempt it, but Reese Davis and Pat McAfee, they jumped all in that tripe, buddy.
Did they?
Ugh, they can have it.
Well, it's stuffed with something. What's it stuffed with?
Not enough.
Not enough?
Anything. It's stomach.
Well, you remember the movie The Highlander, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the guy, Connor, what was his clan name? Clan McLeod.
Yeah.
Connor McLeod called Sean Connery. He called him a haggis.
Yeah. Haggis.
And Connor said, what is this haggis? And he said, the sheep stomach filled with barley and meat. He goes, that's revolting.
So, he wasn't lying.
No.
But
that's
true. Well, you know what? We'll just hold that for later. We'll hold that for later.
Hold on tight.
Because we've got Tim coming up. We got to give.
Hold on loosely, but don't let go. Because we've got the producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert, coming up with scores and
more.
All right, football last night, the real stuff. James Clements beat Gardendale 17-10. It was Ardmore all over Tanner 55-7. Elkmont 22, St. John Paul II 20.
That would be the first win of the coach on his first real. Last week don't count because that was just a jamboree, right?
Right.
So opening
I'd
win.
count it.
Would you count it?
Or if I won, I would.
Yeah.
West Limestone defeated Clements 48-7. East Limestone lost to Westminster 42-20, and it was Athens in a slow start over May Jemison 21-6. And that's all the scores. Don't know who's coming up next week. So that's your scores and more, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
I want to issue a special thank to producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert and the Applebee's Tailgate Talk, because so far I've been accepted to 2 Auburn home games with press credentials.
Nice.
Yeah, Todd.
The first 2, A&M and then Cal. I wanted to go see that Cal game.
Heck yeah. AP will be at that game, I think.
His buddy
okay.
is going to be there. I don't know if AP will be there or not.
I was telling Tim off air last night's New Hope game. They played Ohatchee. Ohatchee beat them 76-71.
Oh, my goodness.
Get back.
How long did that game last?
I don't know. But,
Between that and the heat breaks and everything else, they might got there about 11.
Yeah. So
wow, 76-71. That's crazy. That's got to be a record, probably.
Them referees probably wore out.
No kidding.
Run them down the field.
Jeez. Huh. Not very many penalties called, obviously, either, if you're putting that many points on the board.
So how was the stand-up comedy last night in the press box at Madison County Stadium?
Oh,
Madison City Stadium.
You just have to go online to pasplus.net, and you can hear it all. They were well, I mean, they've kind of got a running start, with the Wingman podcast. So, but as far as football, now they kind of got to get back in the groove of doing football.
Well, I was going to say, did they do much football?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. But it was, I mean, there were little snafus here and there, all with all of us, Well,
everybody can't beat me. I mean, obviously, when I go on there and the color is smooth as butter.
Dude, on a side note, I want to thank everybody who watched mine and Greg's little video podcast thing. I appreciate him and asking me to do that.
That is cool.
And we're going to do another one Monday morning.
Throw it out there for those who don't know what it is.
It's Limestone County Sports. It's on Facebook. Me and Greg Wise. We did like a little preview show last week, and we just previewed each county team and what their schedule would be like and how many wins we think they'd have. So
you need to tell Greg he should have gave a little bit, maybe a couple more seconds on the name.
Well, like he said, he just had time to throw it together, and because
it was a great show.
But we're gonna recap this past week's games Monday morning. We're gonna
y'all go in
another video.
Like preview any of the
we'll preview the upcoming week's games and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So y'all just doing football season?
As of right now.
Okay.
Like he said, we got
playing it by ear.
We're working full-time jobs, and he's got travel ball kids playing and all that stuff. So we're working when we can get a spot in. Yeah. So.
Well, good deal.
That sounds good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what you got? You raised your hands there, man. I didn't know if you was like
stretching.
Just stretching
I'm
out.
I'm glad to be here, not working.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. It's time to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, "Alexa, open PAS Plus," and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, First, to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations. First, to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events. And most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Right now on a podcast platform near you, The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens Jets sports. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
On your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus and online at jcwingmen.net.
Hey, this is Matt Smith, head coach at Tanner High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, Tojo J. Vassar, and we've got Logan Bourandas, ladies and gentlemen, media relations for the Trash Pandas on our First National Bank hotline. What? AP? I called him
AP,
Logan.
That's why I said AP's always first. That's why I kept
I knew
asking
AP,
y'all.
but I
knew who you were, AP.
I could have swore Tim said Logan when he was talking to him.
No.
You did? Well, that makes me feel better.
I did. I accidentally called Logan first. And
AP's
I just
always
got ahead of
first,
myself.
Well, I knew AP was first.
We put our star first, brother.
All right.
And then
Producer
the show
extraordinaire.
the show goes downhill after you leave us, AP.
It does.
Every
week.
week.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me read just – I'm not going to do the whole thing. Just welcome to our Swami of the SEC, Mr. AP Steadham.
Man.
There's going to be some editing going on.
I was looking down to read because I forgot what I was supposed to say. Everything. Hey, AP, it's Tom. How you doing, man?
Hey, good morning, Tom. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama, with an audible this morning.
Audible, that's right. We throw the headsets on, and except we didn't have the switch flip for the quarterback to the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So AP, before we get into football, I had a couple of questions I wanted to run by because I always love to get your perspective on things. First one being, I was head football coach and assistant being suspended for, I guess for lack of a better word, tampering with the quarterback that they pulled out of the transfer portal. Supposedly they contacted him before they entered it. My thing is, wow. I mean, with all the things, like you can walk into a young man's room with their agent sitting there and say, do you want $1.5 million or will you come for $1 million? I mean, but yet supposedly you get, in trouble for – I just found that astounding myself. But
yeah, it's years ago. There used to be the running joke was maybe a top team in the SEC, maybe Kentucky in basketball or Alabama did something and they take it out on Mississippi State.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Oh man, that's so true.
That's a
I remember
joke.
That. Yeah. But
in this
crazy.
day and age, to get caught at anything, I mean, goodness gracious, that's outrageous. Yeah.
And from my understanding, it was the first time Ferentz, right? Coach Ferentz, I was coach.
Right.
First time he's ever had any violation, minor or major. So for them to pin him on today's NIL and transfer portal rules was just amazing. But then the next thing I wanted to ask you about was the Miami of Ohio head coach. Accusing Alabama, or not accusing, flat out stating that Alabama stole their kicker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found that a little bit interesting. And one thing that it didn't hurt me. I don't care that he didn't, but I'm like, you're being up there and you're being bold about it. And you're like, well, they're not the only, his statement was, we didn't lose him. We know where he's at. He's at Alabama because they stole him, and 2 other teams tried to do it as well. Well, who are those teams, coaches? I'm interested in that. But
yeah, tell the full story.
Yeah.
Tell all the chapters of the book.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, have you heard any behind the scenes on that? I mean, obviously the board's like, I don't even, he entered the portal and we pulled him out of the portal. That's all I know,
Right. Yeah. Names in the portal. We spoke to him. We follow procedure. That's what you always say.
Right.
If you're called on the carpet, we follow procedure.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Regardless of what you did, you've got to say.
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, I don't think. I mean, it'd be different if the kid had gone to like West Virginia or some middle of the road type school. I mean, what kid wouldn't jump from Miami, Ohio to Alabama if they had the opportunity, or Auburn or Georgia or wherever?
Yeah. Yeah, he got all upset about something, though.
Sure enough, boy. Sure enough.
He got him on a bad day.
Yeah. So, where are you at today? Because I saw the other day you were actually at the Saints practice.
Yeah, we went to the Saints practice. Yeah, went to Tulane Stadium. They came back from California. They practiced in California, so I went to watch them play. I was looking for Kool-Aid, but he didn't practice that night.
Oh.
But then they let us just talk to the coach, a couple players. But no, I'm just at home this weekend. But once the next week gets going, I think it's 14 straight weeks on the road. I'll be in Las Vegas for LSU versus USC, and so we're looking forward to that ball game. We know there's offense being played in that game, but we're looking to see some defense.
Yeah,
new coordinators for both teams. So we'll see what happens, and it's we always call it the pendulum game. When you have a team from a big conference, when you know the team from a big conference, it can sway the voters, the college football playoff voters, and the selection committee down the road, whether consciously or subconsciously. I mean, they're going to look at that game, and it's going to help somebody. And even if you play close, that's good. I mean, you keep that game close either way.
Yeah.
And now, AP, in the second weekend too, isn't it Michigan and Texas and Ann Arbor?
It's second or third. Yes, I think it is. I think it's the second week. Probably is. Yeah. So that's a big ball game as well. And that weekend I'll be at California, Auburn. Yeah.
You will be down there. I got my credentials in the mail today.
You have to keep Tom company down there.
Yeah. No, don't keep him company. Keep him out of trouble.
Keep me off the cameras at Auburn after the end of the game. Hey, he tried last time. He said, "Come with me. Y'all come on."
Oh, and speaking of the New Orleans visit, I found it interesting in all the pictures I saw. I mean, and only AP could do this, fellas. I don't know if y'all saw him. Was he standing next to the coaching staff? No. Was he standing next to any players?
No.
He did find some good-looking cheerleaders, though, that he was able to get a picture. I mean, they're just drawn to you, AP. You've got to write down your secret for us. We're not the best-looking bunch in the world, but we're not the ugliest. So maybe share your tips.
Well, I always tell people, can you help me? And I ask them, just be real nice and friendly. And most people, they're obliged.
No, I was just looking
for directions.
That wouldn't do me no good.
All right. I got one for you now, AP.
Okay.
Coach Hugh Freeze goes to Michigan.
Yes.
Fenwick High School in Oak Park, Illinois, and flips one of the top defensive ends from the reigning national championship. Nate Marshall flips him from Michigan just this week, and it was kind of caught everybody, all of the fans and the media guys off guard because everybody's talking about Deuce Knight this and Deuce Knight that, and then bam, you flip one of the top 5 defensive ends in the country from Michigan of all places. Do you know more than that? Any of the inside stuff?
No, but remember he had that receiver from the Midwest, that Ole Miss. What was his name? Treadwell? What was his name?
Laquan Treadwell.
Laquan Treadwell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't he from the Midwest? But this time he can do it legal now.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the thing. It's like, and I'm not taking anything away from Coach Freeze because this happens at every school, Alabama included.
Yes.
But now when I see those stories, 10 years ago, it would have been a true flip, right? Like you went in there, you did the work.
10 years ago, he'd have paid him just like he did.
Well, but under the table. But I'm just saying now, when you hear those stories, like Alabama's lost a couple here recently, but they've gotten a couple recently, and you're like, well, I wonder how much was in the bag, when they took the cash over there.
Right.
And, I mean, I don't want to think that way, man.
Well, it's the truth.
I know it's the truth, but I don't want to think that way. I want them to come and get an education. And
Well, I'll tell you this.
And win ball games at the same time.
And win ball games.
Yeah, I think you could tell those fairy tales at nighttime when you're putting your children to sleep.
Exactly.
It is a fairy tale, no doubt, buddy.
I think so.
Now, you're talking about that. They offered Juju Lewis enough money to retire on for us normal folks, and his dad was playing the I think we can get more from somewhere else game.
Yes.
And so, Hugh, after that last time, Coach Freeze just told him pound sand, so he's not going to continually get into a bidding war with somebody. But.
No. I'd probably say if I was a coach nowadays, say, look, when you're getting ready to sign, call me that week. Give me a holler. We'll see what's going on. We'll see if we have a slot for you and what we can offer. But I can't do this slow dance with you for months and months and months, back and forth. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah.
Auburn was ready when they told Juju to take a walk and went directly to after Notre Dame's commit. Went straight next door to Mississippi and rumors is he's going to flip, but we haven't seen it yet, and I'll believe it when his name's on the paper. But either way, I just find it unique that Coach Freeze goes up there and flips a Oak Park, Illinois high school football player. He's not from Mississippi, not from Alabama.
No.
And he flips him from the Michigan Wolverines. So.
Yeah, right up the road. Yeah. Big fan.
But as they say, it's not signing day yet. They haven't signed.
No,
not in house yet.
Right. You can't flip anybody because they didn't sign.
Exactly.
You didn't lose them, did you? Did you have the signature? You never had them. You never had them to flip. That's right. Until you have the signature, you don't have them.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've got a question.
Go ahead.
You mentioned Kool-Aid a while ago. I wonder if he's ever come in a room and gone, "Oh yeah,"
broke through a wall, broke through a brick wall.
Yeah. He didn't have the build for that, but that would still be cool. And the sad thing, he probably don't even know what that is. He's not old enough, and then people that would hear it be going, "What is he doing? He's been smoking or something."
And what's weird, they give him Ricky Williams' old number. He's wearing 34.
34. He is. Yeah,
really?
He is wearing 34. Yeah. He is. Yeah, wearing 34.
And I think he got injured in that game against the Cardinals. I don't know
maybe
if
that's why he wasn't dressed.
Hamstring or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't practicing, so I just wanted to say hello to him, just talk to him for a second, But hey, I was gonna make an announcement. I mean, I think I was telling you about my show. This week we got a really cool show. We're going videos. People can watch this on video now. We're going to be on YouTube, but we'll still be on Spotify and other places, but it's and all the stations as well. But we're going to be on video. And I told you one of the guests is the returning captain for USC, the center. Jonah Monheim. He's one of our guests. And then our first guest on video is going to be Lieutenant General Rich Clark. He's the college football playoff executive director.
Cool. Nice. That's a big get there. Good for y'all.
Yes. So he'll be our guest. So they can watch that on video this week. We'll put it up there sometime on Thursday. So everything will be going on video. They can watch us, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Will it be still as we see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not going to be a new new name because you're going to YouTube?
No, we've got some other shows we're launching, but we're still going to have our show, AP and Kelly, as we see it for sure. But looking forward to being on video.
Yes.
And I have some interns that they have the knowledge of all this technology that we need to utilize to be on video, and that's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Well, we'll be actually able to see it.
Yes. Ba-dum crash. AP, you told us about the video. Tell us about the other broadcasts of the As We See It with AP and Kelly.
Yeah, we're on radio all around the state. You can check out our Facebook page every Thursday. I put up the schedule and the locations and the affiliates, so you can listen to the various stations on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then on Spotify, some other platforms, and then we're going to put up our YouTube channel as well. Just my name, at AP Steadham. That's my YouTube channel, and so you can watch that video of our show on YouTube every week.
All right.
Forward.
Hey, bud, safe travels to Las Vegas.
Yeah, be safe. Have a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks at the Auburn, California game.
Right. Looking forward to that. Two great opponents that haven't played that much, LSU and USC.
And that one this week, yes, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a Labor Day Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Central start.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, be safe, brother, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you now. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye now.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. That was not Logan Bourandas with the Trash Panda Media Relations. He'll be coming later. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Tyrone Pugh, former NFL cornerback and 2-time Super Bowl champ. And you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We've got head coach of the Tanner Rattlers, Coach Matt Smith, joining us on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. Coach Smith, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, thank y'all for having me.
Yes, sir. Tough one last night.
Yeah, it was a tough one last night.
Tell us what you're thinking about it. Me and the wife come out and watch a scrimmage that you had, and with all the officials there, and but it was real under the lights Friday night.
Yeah, and it showed that the lights were on, and we had somebody in a different colored uniform going against it. So, got a bunch of guys out that had never played before, and got a couple guys that have played but haven't played since middle school. So, it the lights kind of got to them a little bit. We got big-eyed, and but we're also young, and it was a good experience for us. So, like I said, we ain't got but 2 seniors. So everybody else is 10th and 11th graders, and got a couple 9th graders mixed in, and you got 2 8th graders mixed in. So, yeah, we're a little bit young, but it was a good experience for us last night, and we got some live action. So we got film to work on, and get back to work Monday.
Yeah, that's tough, Coach. I mean, being so young and on, and I'm sure when, like you just mentioned, when those bright lights hit, it's a different world on a Friday night, and the crowd's loud, and you're eager to hit somebody other than your teammate, obviously, but Tom was bragging about you and the staff off air, and how y'all approached it, how you coached the game, and your staff did during the game, and so good things are going to happen. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We got a couple things that we need to work on, and got some in-house stuff that we got to work on to get everybody on the same page, and still young in the process of learning to buy into what the coaches are doing, and how we're trying to run the program. So once we get everybody to buy in and settle in and play football, I think we'll be all right.
I think you'll be right. Just don't forget, I need a roster for next Friday night, because I'll be there with the tape-delayed radio broadcast of the Tanner Rattlers.
All right, I will. I got you.
All right, brother. Let's talk about the positives. What do you feel like positives come out of that evening was? Just the fact that they got experience, or did anybody step up and say, I'm gonna do, what the coaches told me to these past weeks?
Yeah, we the bright spot of it, the offensive line did relatively well. Defensive line did pretty good. We had a couple guys step up. Jaden James, one of the outside linebackers, he's a 9th grader. He stepped up and played big for us and had a good night. He probably led us in tackle. And then Teron Williams, he scored a touchdown for us, but he's a big boy and we're not in game shape yet. It's hard to simulate that speed in practice and we try to, but it's just when that light hit and Friday night juices are flowing and stuff, and you get gassed out in the first series.
Yeah,
you got to dig deep and try to bounce back and put something in the reserve tank. But I think we'll be fine. We got a bunch of young talent everywhere. The 2 8th graders. Cole Patterson, he played center all night and did a great job. Ardmore's got a guy that goes probably 6'5", about 300 at nose guard, and our 8th grader kind of did a good job on him. And then the other 8th grader we had, Tyrone Douglas, played defensive end. He had a pretty good bit of tackles himself, and once he learned, the technique portion of football and squeezing and scraping and blowing stuff up, then he'll get better as the season goes. But right now he's just a big athlete and can fly around and hit somebody.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. And a lot of folks don't even take technique and footwork, all those things into consideration. It's such a huge part of the game, especially when you're younger and you're trying to learn all that. You can be the biggest, baddest, strongest, fastest dude out there, but if you're not doing it right, somebody that is doing it right is going to whoop you almost every time.
Yeah. Technique always beats talent. I believe in that, and I live by that. So, that's why you see them 350-pound tackles in the NFL. They handle these defensive ends in the NFL that are probably 60 pounds lighter than them, and probably 5-6 steps faster than them, but they handle them because their technique is so good.
Absolutely.
So you get that footwork down, you get them hand placements right, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff with great technique.
Yeah. So I assume you had a bunch of kids playing both ways?
Yeah, we got a pretty good bit. I think about 10 that play both sides of the ball. Wow. And then, Alan Montoya, that dude is a dog, man. He played every snap. He was a snapper on 8-point field goal, snapper on punt, on kickoff return, punt return. He was on everything. He never came out of the field. He cramped up a little bit.
What number is he, Coach?
He's number 4.
Number 4, okay.
Yeah, he's a go-getter,
Sounds
and
like
then Peyton Feeden, our left tackle, big boy. He's 6'8", 300. He did extremely well last night for his first time back. He hadn't played since he was in the 8th grade, and he's a junior now. But he did extremely well last night. I was very pleased with him as well.
Hats off to you for getting him back out there too, Coach.
Absolutely.
He's there because of you.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad to have him. I'm glad he came out. And he's buying into the process, and he's learning to be a leader. And that goes a long way with the coaches when you can listen to them, do what they ask you to do, and buy in and be that guy.
Yeah. I jokingly told some of my buddies we were talking about different teams throughout the county, and obviously you came up, because there's so many new coaches this year, you being one of them. And I said, can you imagine, walking that hallway, maybe you've never played football or you played a couple years prior and you quit, and Coach Smith walks up on you and says, hey, man, I want you to go out. Looking up at you, 6'6", 6'7", whatever you are, 6'8". Yeah, Coach, what time do you want me to be there?
Yeah, it's definitely a great feeling to walk in there and I know all those mama and daddies and aunts and uncles and stuff, so I can, I played with half of them, either their daddy or their uncle, and so they know me from that experience, but they haven't ever had me as a coach. So once we get out there and they see that they really enjoy it, then that's how we get them to stay, because they buy in. But I tell you what, one of the highlights of last night, LaRon White, coached at Tanner for years, brought 2 state championships. He was on the sideline with us, and just him being there kind of settled the nerves down a little bit for the new guys, and he was able to talk to them, and it made a big difference with him being on the sideline and kind of just encouraging them guys.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
Well, I was going to say, before we get to Colbert County, can we do a senior? How many seniors have you got?
2.
2.
I got 2.
Okay. We can wait then.
We got it.
I was going to do a senior spotlight. So.
I was just going to ask you, between a player and a coach, how many rings do you have from Tanner?
I've got 6.
6.
Yeah, I got 2 in football, 1 in soccer, and I got 2 in football, 1 in soccer, and 2 in track. 3 in track.
Unbelievable, man.
What did you do in track? You shot put or something?
Yeah, shot put, disc, javelin. We won outdoor track in 2011.
You ran the last leg on the 400 sprint, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the high hurdle?
I was an anchor, and I did high jump.
He was on the breakdancing team.
Yeah. Wow.
So Matt, I'd have won a gold medal.
So Matt, what do you know about Colbert County?
Well, they big, they physical, and they got a good coach. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to be structured. They're going to be everything that you expect out of a Colbert County team. They got speed sprinkled in here and there, and then they got some big boys up front. They just like to line up and they like to maul you. So it's going to be a fight in the phone booth, and I think that us going against Ardmore this past week has helped us be prepared for that game, because they're going to try to line up and play smash mouth football, and that's what we're trying to get to. So the more teams that we can play like that, the better we'll be for it when it comes to region play.
And folks, get out to Rip Swanner Stadium Friday night to support these guys, and they and support Matt, and they're gonna get it together. So y'all just get out there and support them. Fill that stadium up.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. We'll see you next week, man.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank y'all.
See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Matt Smith on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities break. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk anywhere you go by downloading the PAS Plus app for your Android or iPhone. We'll be back with more after this. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Oh, I love trash. Trash. Won't pick it up. Take them like away. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod Tomlin, Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and once again on the First National Bank Hotline, this time Logan Bourandas with the Trash Panda Media Relations. Hey, welcome to the show, Logan.
Happy to be back, guys.
Absolutely. Now, did you go to Montgomery last night?
No, I was at Westminster Christian. Worked some high school games.
Okay, cool. What do you do there, if you don't mind me being nosy?
I was broadcasting yesterday.
Wow. So, you know a guy named Joel Carwile?
What's that?
Do you know a gentleman by the name of Joel Carwile?
I don't think so.
You don't know Joel? Okay. His son graduated last year, Zeke.
Zeke, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know if you knew him. He's kind of a big deal here in Lambert.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
Yeah. But anyways, Biscuits, the Trash Pandas are just having a hard time scoring right now. Like 2 runs in the last 28 innings, I believe is what the email I got this morning said, or last night.
Yeah, no, just had trouble scoring. I mean, the pitching's been really good, which has been a positive. I mean, Brett was awesome yesterday, as he really has been since coming back over here. But, yeah, it's just we're getting guys on. It's just bringing them home.
That sounds like the Braves' problem.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Braves are injured so bad.
Yeah, that's great.
They're running not throwing crutches.
Logan, can we possibly say this might be the last homestand for Christian Moore because he may be in Salt Lake or even Anaheim next year?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, we might know more when September call-ups happen. But, I mean, I know a lot of people didn't expect him to be on the team right now. So, really anything's possible.
Yeah. And what a sensation he has been since being, called up from high A. He's it's just like rolled over from the College World Series to this. What a athlete player for this kid.
For sure. I mean, and it's brought a lot more attention on this team in general, which is great. And it's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch this kid play every day for us.
Yeah, I mean, I know he won Player of the Week once. Has he done it twice, or am I dreaming that?
No, he won it once. Tucker Flint won it last week.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, Tucker. Yeah, which is pretty good. I mean, that's almost back-to-back. I mean, there might have been a weekend between the Trash Pandas player wasn't, but
it was back-to-back. Okay. We've never had that before in franchise history.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So, team returns to Toyota Field Tuesday, August 27th.
Oktoberfest.
Yes. And open a 13-game homestand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to be home.
Yes, it will.
The guys and y'all and everybody.
Barring a miracle run, that would be our last homestands of the year.
That was where my question was leading. So, people, if you want to see the Trash Pandas at home, we've got the time she's dwindling down, so to speak.
Yeah, the time's definitely dwindling. We went over the promotions for this Tennessee series last week. We just announced that our Tuesday opener in the Biloxi series will be a doubleheader because we have to make up a game. So Biloxi will be the home team for that first game, and that'll kick off that 7-game series to wrap up the home schedule.
Now, Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken, some gentleman's coming to town who used to go, ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Going to be at Trash Panda Stadium.
Yeah, that'll be a fun appearance. He'll be signing autographs at the ballpark. So, yeah, we've been promoting that for a while, so we're excited to have that happen.
I thought maybe Keith Urban was showing back.
No, Urban, he's had enough Alabama for a little while, I imagine. So,
yeah, Trash Pandas might put him to work in the concession stand.
That's the truth.
Like Bucky's did.
That's the truth. So it's Oktoberfest, and Tuesday's game features the Oktoberfest glass boot giveaway.
Oh.
Yeah. Those big old boots, man.
There you go, Tom.
I ain't drinking. I ain't drinking Coke Zero out of no boot. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. It'd be like a caffeine buzz for a week. But either way, those are the things that are coming up. And let's see.
Adult Jersey nights Wednesday night.
Yeah, adult Jersey nights Wednesday night.
Yeah. It's the first time y'all have ever had that. Isn't that right, Logan?
I think so. And then we have the wedding that we talked about.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Wedding,
Yeah, that's cool.
We got a Kyron Paris bobblehead for the Biloxi series. That's our last bobblehead of the year.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to the Huntsville Stars night again.
Yeah.
That was great last year.
What night is the Huntsville Stars night?
September 7th.
September 7th.
Yeah, that's
Saturday night.
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That'll be during that Biloxi series.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So Logan,
y'all do such cool. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, y'all are doing a wonderful job with promotional type stuff. Man, I think all of our teams around here do, but man, y'all are killing it. And it's always cool, like for us older guys, like Jay said, to see the Stars type. That's just that's cool, man.
The game is fun.
Yeah.
If you get inside the stadium, those who listen has never been to a Trash Pandas game. It's
gotta
fun.
go.
It's plenty of shades, good breeze. It's this time of year you're going to be hot unless you're sitting on your behind and I'm going to rephrase that. Unless I'm sitting on my behind in the air conditioner. I'm not judging anybody, but the game nights are fun. They are very fun.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly has been. And I know we're all very excited about the Huntsville Stars night. Our hitting coach actually used to play for the Stars when he was a player for a year. So
that's cool.
That'll be kind of unique. He'll be back in that Stars jersey again. He was a player in like the 1990s.
That'll mean a lot to him then. Yep.
So Logan, it's your first year in Huntsville.
Yep.
So in the season and first year of the Trash Pandas, so it went by pretty fast, hadn't it, buddy?
It did, and it was kind of shocking how fast it went. I mean, when I first got here in like February around that point, like it was slow just to get the season started. But once that first pitch was thrown, it's just flown by.
So will you hang around after season and continue to do broadcasting for? Will you remain with Westminster, or are you like a freelancer going to whoever calls?
Once October 1st hits, I'm heading back home, so Josh will take over for me for Westminster. And then I think we're trying to figure out kind of that starting date for 25. The plan is to come back. That's the hope, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we hope it works out.
So how's your Nittany Lions going to do this year?
Well, it's tough to tell. I mean, thankfully, Michigan's not in the schedule, but Ohio State still is. So, well, I don't know about undefeated season or whatnot, but if we can skirt on into the playoffs, I'll be happy.
So they open up with West Virginia, correct?
Yeah,
in Morgantown. So good luck to the Fighting James Franklins up there.
Fighting James Franklins, I love it.
Appreciate it.
And your Mets as well. They're creeping up on the Braves, so
hanging
getting
around.
that wild card. Yeah, so
never know.
You never know.
It's getting interesting.
It is. October baseball will be here before you know it.
That's the truth.
Oh yeah.
Sure will.
Well, anything else you got going on that you would like to talk to us about before next Saturday?
Nothing else. Excited to get this homestand going on Tuesday.
Get the boys. Get the boys back home. That's right.
Get the bats rolling.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we'll talk to you next week, Logan. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Have a great
All right,
week,
brother.
man.
See you. Logan Bouranda, Trash Panda Media Relations on the First National Bank Hotline. Making communities great.
We got a couple of minutes.
We got a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
we don't got to take a break right now.
No.
Oh, cool.
Not for a couple of minutes.
That's good. Well, you said, we got a couple.
I thought Todd had something he wanted to bring up, stir up.
Is the wrestling thing still happening at Clements?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
September 20th.
September 20th. Steel cage match, man.
September 6th, they're actually going to be at East Limestone, raising money for their wrestling program.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to miss that, and I can't believe it.
Then they're doing one at Ardmore,
They're
right?
doing one at Ardmore. I don't know when they're coming through Ardmore.
Is all this through Braden Tune?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, New South.
This is New South? Okay.
West
gotcha.
Limestone's got one, too.
Clements show is Braden.
Okay.
Ardmore, West, and East is New South.
New South, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I think some are for the band, some are for maybe one's for football, one's for wrestling, just a variety of different.
And we know it's for the kids, but go out and enjoy it. It is a hoot.
It's hilarious.
My graybeard butt's right in the front row, man. That stuff is
I thought
real.
I was going last year at Clements. I thought I was going to have to pull Todd out of the ring. He's up there going, "Yeah, you suck. You're awful. You want some of me? You want some of this?
They don't want none of this.
Come on, bring it
I'm
down.
Todd D-Boy.
Todd D-Boy.
Don't let me get my talent in that ring.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
Smack
Lord.
you around like the girl you are.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Punch.
Ain't no shame in that boy's game. Not at all.
He's got the wrestler talk going anyway.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
He'd be a good manager.
It'd take about 10 seconds to
Great
figure out I wasn't real.
We'd have to douse him up in some kind of something
tell 'em about
shiny
that.
and
So-
purpley.
So,
sparkly.
Brennan Ashmore, friend of the show.
Yep.
He, we go to the New South shows, and then of course Braden Toon, former New South champion, and got his own promotion. So he's friends with almost all of them. So Brennan's going to have a role at the East Limestone show on September 6th, and then on the 20th at Clements, Braden's got something lined up for Brennan. So
cool.
I don't know what that is yet. Brennan doesn't really know, but so if anything, come out there and watch Brennan Ashmore. Hopefully, get a chair shot across.
Probably a kendo stick over somebody's back.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And I tell you what, for those that know Brennan's got two hands that look like goddamn frying pans.
Really?
Oh my God. And if you shake his hand, they feel like it.
Yeah.
And every now and then, man, if they're at like in a no DQ match or something, man, them wrestlers will bring those guys over, their opponent over, and hold their hands behind their back. And Brennan gives them a big chop.
Yeah.
Sounds like a shotgun going off in those
Oh,
places.
really?
Oh, yeah. Brennan will hold back. I'm like, destroy him. I said, man, rip his heart out, Brennan. Well, I can't do that. I'm like, yeah, you can, man. You better leave all 5 fingerprints on that boy's chest.
Oh, so in case y'all are watching, if you're imagining the face Todd is making when he says this, we're looking straight at it. He's making exactly that face.
That's right. It's real.
Oh, that is so funny. I love this show. This is a hoot. Well, it's time to take a break now, ladies and gentlemen. Tyson took the whole 2 minutes up.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm a talker.
We're just playing. What? Y'all hang around. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. Remember, you can always call or text us during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clements Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is Kez McCorvey, former Florida State All-American wide receiver and Detroit Lion, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got at the top of the hour here on the First National Bank Hotline, Coach Jonathan Snider, Ardmore Tigers. Why is it, Coach, if we go from one spot to the other, we lose signal, and it's almost like falling off of civilization sometimes? But it's only up here in this part of the county. I don't know why.
That's right. That's right. We over here at West Limestone in middle school jamboree, and I told my offense coordinator who I'm riding with, I said, hey, we're going to stop right here so I can take this phone call because we get in the foothills of western Limestone County, we'll never have service again.
Now, on the way back from west to Elkmont, you got to go past that
emptiness,
that meat processing place, and then
yes, sir.
Then you get in them hollers, you're lost. There's no signal.
That's right. Yep.
Verizon takes a look and goes, I ain't going down in there.
No, sir.
There's
that place.
There's creatures down in there.
No doubt.
Hey, but we're glad
That's
you
right.
stopped. We're glad you thought of us.
Big
man.
win last night.
Yeah, big win last night.
It was a good one for our kids. You know, it had been a long 9 months, man. You know, of wanting to get back there and knowing that we were better than what we were last year. We wanted ready to get back out there and wanted to prove a little something. That I mean, it's one game, but we wanted to possibly be a little bit different than what we were, and I think our kids accepted the challenge, and we played pretty well in all three phases of the game.
Yeah. Before we move forward about the game, and forgive me because his name has escaped me, but your starting center, team captain who got hurt in the jamboree against West, how's he doing?
That's the Elkmont kid.
That's Elkmont kid.
I'm sorry. I was sitting here reading about Elkmont when Coach Schrenk came on.
I was like, well, I don't remember playing jamboree against West, but
you didn't, Coach.
I'm getting old and I'm losing.
And we just got through talking to Coach Smith too, and so I should have been on my mind, but I was sitting here reading forward to the next coach. So anyway, I'll ask him when he comes on.
That would probably be better suited.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, y'all didn't have anybody. Y'all didn't come up with any major injuries or anything last night, did you?
No, sir. We came out pretty healthy.
Cramps and all? Was it?
We had one kid cramp.
That's wow.
But other than that, which I got on him because I said, look, man, last year we didn't have anybody cramp, so we're gonna have to find a way to get you not to cramp. So but no, it was one cramp. He was in and out, a couple plays back in. So. Really wasn't an issue.
Well, that's a testament to y'all,
I was fixing to say, what'd you do? Was it you just slap a gallon of pickle juice down his throat?
I've got a secret. No, I'm just kidding. No, we start hydration with our kids. We give them Gator Light, Bio Light, starting on Tuesdays of game week.
That's a great idea.
So we give them about, I don't know, anywhere between 24 and 30 ounces a day of that stuff, and we have water available for them all throughout the day, and our kids take pride in understanding that, hey, we cramp up, and I know some people can't prevent it regardless of what you do, but that they can do an extra thing to help, ice baths, that kind of stuff. And our kids really take ownership in it, and I think it shows that it works, so they're willing to do it.
Yeah, that's great because go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Coach, I was using the restroom when we first come on, but congratulations last night. Big win for y'all, and hey, I just want to give out to shout to Greg and them for y'all getting that eye of the tiger, man. That was awesome, dude.
Yes, talk about that, Jay.
That spray painted out there. That was awesome.
How about that thing? That looks fake, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks 3D almost.
I'm telling you, man, they did a great job. I'm very appreciative of those guys, man. I think it was about 11 or 12-hour job doing the whole field, on Thursday, and man, gosh, it looked good. Field's in great shape.
It is.
A lot of hands contributed to that. My OC sort of took over the cutting duties this summer, and he cuts about every other day, cutting on the reel mower. So it's looking good.
Yeah,
sounds like your OC is kind of OCD over that thing. Man.
Well, that's what I knew. He asked me about cutting this summer, and I said, hey, he's pretty OCD about his own yard, so maybe he'll translate that to our football field.
Did.
So,
but you watch though. Anytime something like that, you get something nice. You'll have 2 or 3 home games in a row where it seems like the ball's seemingly just right there on the 50-yard line, and y'all chop that bad boy all up, trample on it, tear it up, and then the next 2 or 3 games you won't even see that. You'll be beyond it. But it never fails to work out that way. But, man, they did a good job, and, the field looks wonderful.
So Greg told me that you've got, was it 10 or 12, maybe 13, like sophomores and juniors in the next few years. So you're going to be experienced for the next few years at Ardmore. Is that right?
Well, so I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't realize it till the other day. So last year, the last 2 games of the year, we started 16 underclassmen. Well, this year, when I turned in the starting lineups to our PA guy, Jeff Hodges, we have 15 underclassmen still starting. So that's, we're still young, which is a good thing. We're still, physically young, which can hurt you at times. But, we've got a great senior group. There's 12 seniors that we have. And, man, they have created great leadership. But, we're still starting a good bit of underclassmen. And, everybody's got a role to play, and they're taking ownership in it right now. So we'll see.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. So have you got a lot of kids going both ways right now?
We've got a handful, not many. I mean, we have a bunch that practice both ways and sort of have adopted the idea that, hey, when we need you, we got to be able to call on you. And, they've sort of taken that, and, it's resonated with them where they're willing to flip over and learn the other side and be a role player when their number's called. So, we've got packages for different people coming to defense just like we do offense. And so, it's a little bit different atmosphere around there. I'm not saying that's going to equate to a lot more wins. I hope it does. But, kids have sort of taken our challenge of, hey, being willing to do whatever. They've taken it this all season and sort of ran with it a little bit. And that's very much a positive for us.
And so you travel down to Coxie this coming week, take on the Colts, and new coach Brick Pugh. They took one on the chin last night at West, but have you had a chance to look at them this morning, or just talk about them?
I hadn't had a chance to look at them. Man, I know what type of job Brick does. All the years when I was at Athens playing him as quarterback at East, and what type of competitor he is, and facing his daddy, and just sort of being raised in the game. I've got a special place in my heart for individuals whose dads were his head coach, because that we can all relate to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know what Brick is going to get out of his kids. He's going to fight like crap for them, and they're going to return the favor. I know they struggled. Last night I hadn't watched them yet, but it doesn't really matter to me. I know what they're going to line up and do. And if our kids are not ready to play and not ready to get better at what we didn't do right, last night, then it may be a long night for us in Coxie, because Brick will have them ready to go. He'll take this loss, and those guys will be ready they'll be foaming out the mouth, because I know what he's made up of, and respect the heck out of him. And, we got to be ready to roll.
Oh yeah. He'll bring it, and whether or not they can sustain it, that's one thing, but they're young too. But, I told Brick, he's kind of a unique position. He's young enough that, still relates to the players real well because of his age, but he's got that old school mentality of being around his dad and the other coaches he's played for, and yourself. And so, yeah, he kind of brings that unique perspective to coaching. So he'll get them there.
Yep. You're right. He definitely will. Yep.
So remind me of how many seniors you've got.
We have 12.
12. Okay. Well, then we'll have to use every single week. So let's get
I hope we're using 12 weeks. How about that? I like you thinking.
So let's get us a senior spotlight out of the way this week.
All right. First senior, it's Skylar Jean. Skylar's this is his third year playing for us. He's one of our better athletes in the school. He's a really, really good baseball player. We got Skylar out as a 10th grader. You look at Skylar, and he's about 5'6", 165, 70 pounds, rock solid. You look at him, you're like, but he's twitchy. He's physical. He'll make tackles. He'll run the football. He'll catch football. He's a really good leader. He's developed into a good leader this time. He's a good teammate, great all-around kid. Very, very special group of seniors this year. And, Skylar's one of those that has stuck with us, has not bowed out. And, has been a great leader for us. And he plays receiver and DB for us. And, very, 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 very proud of Skylar and his growth. And can't wait to watch him continue to grow this year.
That's great, Coach. Well, good luck next week.
Good luck, buddy.
Glad injury bug held off of you this week, and keep them safe next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Hey, be safe in them hollers, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See you, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Jonathan Snider, Ardmore Tigers head coach, brought to you on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. And it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Look for Tailgate Talk on Facebook. Just search for Tailgate Talk and make the connection. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Takes the snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get a cover. Touchdown, James Clements!
Be listening for James Clements High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays at Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clements Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
This is Chad McGee, head football coach of James Clements Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's. Who we got, Tim? Brick. Sorry about that, Coach Pugh. Me and Todd and Jay was just sitting here running our mouth. I didn't find out who was coming up to join us. Coach Brick Pugh, ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Clements Colts. We was out there last night. Jay's walking the sidelines like he was somebody or something, and we were sitting up in the stands watching, rooting for you. So talk a little bit about let's talk about the second quarter first, then we'll talk about the other stuff. You guys played pretty stout in the second quarter.
Yeah, we did. I thought we played pretty well on defense. We had some good drives. On offense, we just couldn't finish them. I was proud of the way they finished the second quarter. There, 30 seconds, and then kind of getting got myself in a situation with the referee over there on the sideline, which I need to do better on probably. But
we were trying to dissect what happened in the stands because we thought it was a turnover, and evidently it was not a turnover.
Yeah, evidently not. I don't know how that happened, but I don't. Not that would not have changed the game at all. So no. I'm not saying that, but
I know. But in the moment, though, in the moment, and you still want it called right. It doesn't matter if you're up 40 or down 40.
Yeah, and they did a very good job during the game. That was the only problem I really had with them the whole game. Was that moment? But I was just worried there that we didn't get the ball right there and they score again, and it's 27-0 at halftime. It's a lot different than 20-0.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you had a lot of people there supporting you. I know Gavin and Lynn were there, and of course Tom. I think Coach Black might have been there. And I don't know who all was.
Tyler was there.
Coach Hargrove was there.
Coach Hargrove was there.
Yeah.
And my wife and my ex-wife, we all sat together like a big happy family. Well, we are. We get along great.
That's
so
great.
it's really cool to be able to do that. So.
And Brick, I couldn't understand, how do you call an eligible man downfield on that touchdown? That was great throw and catch there. I mean,
it was, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Jay. He's about 20 yards downfield, so we just.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't complain on that one too much.
I was complaining during the game before I realized it, but I watched on film last night, and he sure was way far downfield.
Well, so that's that. But the one thing I've never understood is why on a screenplay is it not a lineman downfield every time?
Well, if they throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage,
that happens rarely. Most of the time, that ball's thrown 3, 4, 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and you got linemen down there 10 yards already engaging in blocks. But anyway, I just always found that interesting. But at least you saw the receiver or the lineman was down there, so you felt comfortable with the call, I guess.
Yeah, it was the right call. 100%.
Did when you asked him about it, the lineman, was he just like excited to be able to get down there and kill somebody? Did he just?
Well, I just don't think. I think he just got a little bit confused.
Okay.
And was trying. He was playing hard, and he was trying to make a block that, he just didn't. He didn't have to make.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I can't. He's playing hard, so I mean,
giving
he's got to realize. Yeah, he's giving effort, and man, we're young.
That's the thing.
We got a lot of young players playing out there, and I was very proud of the way that they played last night. They never quit. They played hard the whole entire game.
Yep.
And a couple go our way instead of their way. I think it could have been a different ball game. Yeah. Opening kickoff again, we fumble it.
Yep.
Give them the ball right inside the 10-yard line, then they score. Then we get the ball and don't return it very good, and throw an interception on about the 15-yard line. It's 14-0 before you blink your eyes.
Yeah, that's not the way to start. Yeah.
Not a good start. I've told them that after the game. Man, we just got to start better.
Yeah.
Start better and get the train rolling instead of having to come from behind. And because throwing not what we do.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. So we get behind by 14 points, and it's harder for us to catch up and get going.
Coach, looked like to me, you talked about the youth of the team, and you practice, you hit your own jerseys. By the way, I love the new jerseys. The Colt and the horseshoe is back on the helmet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
To Coach Legg for contributing into that. But it's like the guys were wide-eyed, and then bam, they're down 2 scores. But then they picked it up. It's like they started playing. It's like, okay, well, no need to be scared anymore. We'll just start playing football now. I mean, Fleming starts pulling off some good quarterback draws, and he's a hard nut to crack, man.
Yeah, I was very proud of the way he played last night, man. He never comes off the field, never complains one time. He's a great kid. He's a great leader. Ran the ball hard, like you said. And he does a lot of stuff the right way that I want. The way that I want it done. And I really appreciate him for that.
Now, who's the kid number 2? He ran hard last night.
Number 2, that's Hayden Tucker. He's a freshman for us. I probably need to get him in some more, don't I, Jay?
Yeah.
Yes,
man,
sir.
He hit those holes like he was shot out.
He wasn't scared, was he? No, he was
not.
Oh, I love that. Whether that hole's there or not, he's hitting it wide open then. Yeah.
And what I tell you what, Coach, sorry to interrupt. One time, the West had trying to grab the ball loose from him. Wait. He jerked the ball back. He's like, "Give me that! You ain't getting my ball."
And he was toting that pile with him.
He was little bitty fella too.
Yeah.
That's right, man. He's doing a really good job for us. I'm just trying to, get him a little bit more familiar with offense. He came from Athens. He was at Athens last year. I actually remembered him when I was at Athens. He was in middle school, and I taught in the middle school, so I've known him for a while. But yeah, he's doing a really good job for us, and he's one of the faster players on the team. So he'll be contributing, throughout the year pretty well.
Did he play any defense for you?
He plays corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
And the kid is number 13. Colby's his name. Is that right?
Yeah, Colby.
Yeah, Colby Gamble.
That's his last name.
He's another. Believe it or not, he's a freshman too.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Huge kid.
Big old boy for a freshman.
He ran the ball hard last night too, and he never came off the field the whole game, except for the last 2 minutes. He was on the field the entire 4 quarters, and never complained. Played real hard. Played defensive end good. Did good at tight end for us. And then when I had to put him in to run the ball, man, he ran it hard as he could, and I'm really proud of him.
He took a few snaps in quarterback position. He did.
Okay. He plays tight end for us and quarterback.
Pretty versatile, then. That's awesome.
So
he's gonna be good for us.
So you seen what Ardmore did to Tanner? You seen any film on Ardmore or this morning? Or
I haven't. No, I have not watched it yet. I have not watched it, but I heard what was it, 55 to 7 or something like that. It'll be another tough game for us. I'm sure they're pretty big and they'll be strong, and I just hope we just keep getting better every single week. Keep getting better.
We'll be covering
you're gonna be fine.
We'll be covering that game on Play Action Sports.
Awesome.
Guys.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. First home game.
Yep.
Yeah, first home game.
And y'all only have 4 this year, right?
Yeah, we only have 4.
Man, that's brutal. Jeez.
Yep, it is, but next year will be fun. We'll have 6.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
And that'll be your second year there, so hopefully you'll have a year under your belt, and
the kids will be older.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you say you're young. How many seniors have you got?
We have 8.
That's right.
8 seniors, and 4 of them. I only had 4 to start when I started, and 4 of them actually all came off the basketball court and to play. So I wish they would have started sooner than they did, but it's good to have 8, and they're all going to help us.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things. Bless your heart, you're in that position where the numbers were kind of down, and you almost you hate to let kids come in at too late of a point, but at the same time, you got to have bodies.
Absolutely, and I'm big on. If you don't do the workouts, if you don't show up in the summer and do the workouts, I am not playing.
You're old school like that.
I'm not going to do it.
That sounds like
I'm not
somebody
going
I
to do
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody else is there. Everybody else is there busting their tail to get better during the summer, running and lifting, and then you're just sitting at home
playing video games.
And then you're going to try to come play at the start of the season? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So my deal is, if you make up every one of the workouts you missed, you can play.
There you go.
And I'll tell you what, they all did it. So they deserve to play just as much as anybody else.
Hats off to them and you.
Yep. And I don't know if you noticed, but I got some players on the sideline right now that are just standing around in jerseys because they hadn't got their workouts made up.
Really? I noticed them.
I
thought they was injured.
I'm gonna stand my ground on that, and that's just what I'm about. It's not fair to other kids that are out there playing that have done it and busted their butt.
Well, I love that, Coach. Yep. You were taught well and learned well. Absolutely.
Well, Coach, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Look forward to next week.
Yep.
I'll send a spy down there to watch. Come back and tell me about it. I got to go to Tanner next weekend. So.
Okay.
So, well, looking forward to the rest of the year, Coach. You're done a good job so far, brother.
We're proud of you.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you, Coach Pugh.
See you.
Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Clements Colts, Coach Rick Pugh. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Wow.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand. First to help with community events and fundraisers. First to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations. First to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events. And most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Second 11 from the 31. Two receivers right, three left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is former Alabama offensive lineman Griff Redmill, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Talent, the Bod himself, Tomlin, Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we're going to call this the Yellowhammer. What do you call it?
Special guest.
Special guest segment, sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Coach Joel Schrenk, who just don't do anything but come out and wins his first official football game of the year, and
in his home stadium.
In his home stadium at Boss Hill, and since we're up here at the Elkmont Marching Band Car Show, you are the man of the hour, sir.
Well, it's just credit to our kids, man.
So talk about the game. I mean, we get back home and we're watching the scores and we see that you guys have won, and we're not dancing around the living room, but we're high-fiving each other. We're glad you won, man. So
yeah.
Sure.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much. Started out, man, we got the ball. We was driving down the field. We turned it over on like the 20. I think they scored on the next play. So we're down 6-0. Yeah, we had all the momentum and then just coughed it up. They scored on a jet sweep next play. Anyway, we got down 13-0. And, in the past, 13-0, Elkmont might be over. But our kids fought hard, and we came back, and we scored right before halftime to go up 20-13. 22-13, I guess.
Oh, so that was halftime score. Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I think so. And then so we ended up having like 3 turnovers in the first half, and then defensive struggle there in the second half. They made some good adjustments, and we made some good adjustments. And then late in the game, up 2 scores, we just trying to pound it, burn some clock, made them burn all their timeouts. We ended up punting to them. They did score on that last drive, so we're up 22-20. We get the ball and work the clock, and the play clock and the game clock hit 0 at the last time on 4th down.
Oh, wow. Now, Jay said
I was watching with the guys doing the video, and it's less than 2 minutes to go, and you had your ball down there deep territory, and I'm thinking, guys, please don't fumble. And you gave the ball to Guthrie, and he held on to that ball like nobody's business, making sure he was going to conserve this win for you. And just a great job by your seniors right there.
Yeah, Jake had a great night. We have him right at 200 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
he had a
night.
great
Good night.
night. Great night. Our offensive line did a great job.
Well, speaking of offensive line, give us an update on
Caleb
Bolden, and how is he
Yeah,
doing?
Caleb had successful surgery on Thursday, so he's doing as well as he can. Still in some pain, but that should lessen as things start to heal. So
now, was everything a clean break, or was there ligaments torn, things of that nature?
No, it wasn't good. It was pretty destructive. So it was totally dislocated on the field.
Oh wow!
I think there were 3 bone breaks. So he's got a couple months ahead of him of no weight bearing, and then he'll start some rehab and stuff. So.
I hate that, man.
So you're gonna be doing remote schooling or virtual schooling, or
I'm not sure what they'll do, how they'll work that out. He's a high academic kid too, so
really,
I'm sure he'll want to be in class if he can.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm sure Graham was the first one to meet you in the locker room after that win last night. I know he was happy.
Yeah, after my wife, he was next.
I know Donna was too.
Good for Donna.
Oh man, I bet she was crying.
That after game hug, and that's a special time for me and her, because she's the only one that understands the work and the time, because she's by herself when I'm doing it. So that's really special to us. It always has been. Win or lose.
So, the life of a coach's wife's a lot tougher than people know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the time that y'all have to give to the team, and plus teach and whatever else. A lot of times the spouse is left doing a lot of the dirty work, at least during football season. Obviously, y'all jump in when it's over, but
these last few weeks, I leave the house about 6, and I tell her I'll see you at bedtime, and I roll in about 8:30. So that's kind of where we're at. But she understands it. She loves the boys, and she loves me, and it works.
That's awesome.
That's what matters right there.
Yep. And don't y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I think that you mentioned this last week or week before. Don't y'all do, like, for lack of a better word, Sunday dinners? Or
yeah, we do it on Tuesday nights, and we it's potluck. Basically, the mamas and the daddies bring whatever. Donna puts a big menu out there, and everybody signs up. And we've been doing it at Mr. Guthrie's house, at Heath's house, until I get moved here. Maybe this weekend, we'll see.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see. But, it works good. All the boys come, and got some cornhole going on, some spike ball, and we just have a good time. They just get to hang out. Low pressure, low key, nothing but eating and hanging out.
Yeah. So you said spike ball? They're playing spike ball?
A little bit.
I didn't even know anybody in North Alabama played spike ball.
Yeah.
I see it on the Ocho every now and then.
They get some basketballs out, and I tell them put them up.
I could get
right now.
Exactly.
So this potluck dinner. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So this potluck dinner, has this been one of your things at every school you've been to?
Yep, I started doing it actually when I was the defense coordinator at Austin back in the early 2000s, and you had to be in the first 22 to eat. Man, it was a war. It was a war back then. Coach, I'm going too deep. On Monday, I'm going too deep. Well, you ain't eating.
Hey, made them have something to work for, though.
That's right. Now it's everybody. Middle school. There's some places where a lot of parents stay and hang out. It's just really good for the program. It's just good for the boys. And they get to see the coaches like in a different light, right? They get to see us hanging out, and I really like it when it's at my house, as they get to see me chilling in my recliner. It's just a different thing.
Well, it shows them you're a real person. I mean, what I mean?
Right.
Like you're just you're an everyday dude, and you do the same things that they're doing at their house. But it's not so much an authoritarian type environment.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly right.
I love it.
Now, did you say you were at the middle school jamboree?
Yeah, we played this morning over at West Limestone. We played West a couple quarters, and then we played Clements for a little bit. So
okay. So how is the up and coming Red Devils?
Well, we got work to do. We got work to do for sure, but that's all right. I think the boys will respond. We had really low numbers, so for the all summer, the most I ever had there one day was 7 or 8 or 9. And
wow.
We had like 12 on the roster, and then when school started, we picked up. I think we're at 20 now.
That's good.
But we haven't had a time where we could scrimmage because we just haven't had the bodies there. So today was our first live bullet, so it'll be good for them. and they'll get better. They'll work.
Well, before we get on to your next game, let's do a senior spotlight. Pick one of your seniors out and tell us a little bit about him.
Well, let's pick Caleb, I guess, since he's fresh on our minds. You know,
Okay.
Like I said, a high academic kid, a high character kid. He was our leader. You know, he was our locker room guy, and not necessarily a rah-rah guy, but just a quiet leader, man. Like, here I am, let's go, follow me kind of guy. And just comes from a good family and hard worker. And, you know, we definitely miss him at left tackle, but we also miss his leadership, his teammate. He's just a good teammate.
So this week, your opponent is?
We play the Lexington Golden Bears.
It's at home,
Ball Hill
right?
Stadium.
That's right.
Ball
Hill.
Yes.
Yep. So I haven't seen film yet. We don't have our huddle system working right like it's supposed to. So I took to get in my classroom and cut film for a couple hours, and then I can trade. I don't want to send bad film. I believe that's bad business. So got to get the film fixed up, then we'll trade, and then we'll find out a little bit about them. I know they've got beat by Lauderdale County last night. Lauderdale County's really good. So.
And you got them the week after.
Yeah, I think we do. That's right. Yeah.
Woo. They have to start meeting up at the county line with those reels.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why we used to do it. Hey, we'll
buddy.
meet you at Jack's. We'll meet you at Jack's, man. You know, there's a Jack's in every community. So.
Yeah, or Dollar General.
Or Dollar General, that's what I was going to say.
Well, I like Jack's. That give me a biscuit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
I think Jack's may be open later than Dollar General.
That's
too.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us, man. Congratulations
Yes, sir.
again. And
Congratulations,
Thank
bud.
you.
get them next week.
Thank you. All right.
All right,
Bye.
thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Coach Joel Schrenk, head coach of the Elkmont Red Devils. And Yellowhammer is also sponsoring, a proud sponsor of the Trash Pandas now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Saw that on the they got to eat out there at the stadium while the team was out of town. Debbie didn't get to go, but, you know, maybe one day. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook, The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Right now on a podcast platform near you, The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens Jets sports. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
On your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus and online at jcwingmen.net.
Hey, this is Joel Schrenk of Elkmont High School. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod, the Talent, Tomlin, Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're live here at the Elkmont Band Booster Car Show.
14th annual.
14th annual. The weather is just about perfect.
Yeah.
We're sitting up here under a little bit of a shade, but they're down there under the trees, and I ain't even been down there to look at the cars or anything. Yeah, we haven't even spoken much about it.
No.
We'll save that for a little while. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, the victorious coach calling in. We're calling him on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Coach Cody Gross, Athens High School, Golden Eagles. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Hey, appreciate y'all having me.
Man, appreciate you joining us, buddy.
Hey, little defensive struggle last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of an old-fashioned football game. I was actually thinking going in at halftime that I remember as a kid watching a whole bunch of 0-0 games at the half. That used to kind of be the norm.
Yeah.
But now it's you see something like that and go, man, what's wrong?
Yeah.
But, you know what you typically think, like, well, man, each team must have had 3 turnovers apiece or, just something because – but I love those old school battles, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, it was and there were a few turnovers, but it really wasn't necessarily that. It was we had a hard time getting anything going offensively, and then we did get something going and got down inside the 20 and did turn it over. They made a great play. I mean, just stripped the ball, and as bad as as much as you don't want that to happen, occasionally it does.
Yeah.
And then for them, they shot themselves in the foot a lot. Had a lot of penalties. But I felt like defensively we played extremely well. The biggest thing is we played really hard and we were physical.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care who you're playing. You only give up 6 points. The defense did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they scored with under a minute, right at a minute left. So
yeah, that's true. It was like
nothing
actually over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing at the half, and then we push it to 21-0, and really wanted to get that shutout, and they kind of creased us on a counter, and Clarence Jones did a great job running it down and giving us a chance to play goal line defense, and we did a decent job there, but they were able to punch it in.
Now, Coach, when y'all up a score and they were driving and a big interception happened and that kind of turned the momentum of the game around and got y'all back down there scoring again? Is that, am I hearing that right? Because I was listening.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, we were able to score at some point there in the third quarter, to go up 7-0, and then they are driving a little bit. They throw one over the middle and get a little bit of pressure, which we did a good job with all night. I felt like our defensive line did a good job there. And then Austin Campbell, a linebacker, coming off the edge a few times. But Jerome Malone, our middle linebacker, was able to get a hand on the ball. And it's the old tip drill. Jack Jones, another linebacker, made a pretty difficult catch, and then was able to run that thing back, to get us near midfield. And at that point, we talk about it all the time, but it kind of came to fruition last night that we're going to be a team that's going to have to just pound it and pound it and pound it and need to win it in the second half. And I think our conditioning, I think the way we take care of ourselves and those kind of things paid off, and we kind of wore on them. So when that interception happened, we got the ball. We started kind of leaning on them a little bit offensively, and we did a really good job of getting the ball downhill. Running backs to Marcus Malone and Xavier Edwards were able to have some good runs, and then we punched that one in, and then was able to get another one in later.
How did Brogan play?
He did okay. We didn't throw the ball very often, and that it's something we got to do a better job with. But he had 2 touchdowns. He had 2 carries, 2 touchdowns. One was it was a scramble, and actually, he should have thrown the hitch route to the field, and thankfully he didn't. It was open, and he didn't. Scrambled up the middle, made a really good run, cut it back, and finished another corner of the end zone, and then scored on a quarterback sneak. But we missed on a couple of deep balls, and we also missed on a screen that could have been a big play. So had a few opportunities we could have made that we didn't. But overall, I'm pleased. We do have a long way to go, but going in the game that we have zero experience at skill positions other than at quarterback. There's going to be a maturation process. It's going to take a little while to grow up, but same thing defensively. But I saw a few guys grow up before our eyes last night, and that was exciting to see.
That's good.
What do you think about your offensive line? Of course, Spencer Dolan, your anchor. I don't know if you call him the anchor, but he's committed to Auburn. And how would you describe your offensive line play last night?
It was a little spotty. At times it was really, really good. At times it was really, really bad.
Yeah.
So we got to be more consistent, and we've got to take our fundamentals, and this is across the board. This is not one position. We got to take our fundamentals and what we work on every day, and go do it on a Friday night. And that sounds really simple, but it's not. But
right.
A lot of times it's footwork. It's the first step. It's getting the second foot in the ground. It's finishing blocks, those kinds of things, and we just got to continue doing that. But at times they played really well. Like I said, I think we continued to wear on them and lean on them. In the second half, fourth quarter especially, it made a difference.
Now, which stadium did y'all play in last night?
Joe Davis.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
The greatest venue I played in is in high school, Joe Davis Stadium.
Really?
Nice.
Oh, man, I love it. Never had been. Other than, I told everybody I was trying to tell everybody, hey, I tried out for the Oakland A's in 1990 in the stadium. I don't know if y'all remember that. They used to put in the paper, hey,
absolutely.
tried out for the Red Sox and Muscle Shoals at Gatman Park. And tried out for the A's at Joe Davis Stadium. Obviously, they didn't offer me anything, but I used to go watch Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire in 1985 there. Terry Steinbach and Luis Polonia, Stan Javier, the whole bunch. But it
was a ball team right there, man.
It is a great, great venue. We're in that old first base dugout, basically that locker room clubhouse, and you go down the steps. It's a tunnel. You go down and you're in the end zone. Okay. And it's turf. Of course it's flatter because it's a soccer field. There's no crown at all, but just stands are right on top of you.
So that's what I was going to ask. So they do have so everybody's not sitting basically where the baseball fans would have sat. I mean, they have bleachers on both sides, right?
They do. Okay. On our side, there's not a lot of them, but they're right there, very close. Okay. And our band was kind of in the end zone. Man, I'm telling you, if I was going to, like, say we were starting a school and we were building a stadium, I think I'd build it just like that.
Oh, wow. You do love it. Oh.
No, I love that. The only thing I'd say is next time we go, we're going to take some chairs because there was no seating in the locker room, but it was spacious. Huh. But it was fine. I mean, it really was. It was fine. Guys, sit on the floor.
Yeah.
But it was a spacious locker room, and you had field access from the locker room. It was. I could take up a whole show talking about
really.
Wow.
Joe Davis Stadium.
Well, I'm glad it was a great experience. I was just wondering from the kids' aspect, playing in different, like even if it was at Milton Frank, sometimes those stadiums are so big. Obviously, you're not bringing in 15,000 or whatever, 12 the seating capacity is. So it's got to be kind of a weird dynamic, right? You're in this big place, but with limited people. I just didn't know if that, if you thought that might affect their play or.
I don't think it probably doesn't seat as much as Athens Stadium seats.
Really?
It probably doesn't. But the band being in the end zone was pretty cool. I mean, I got a chill after the game because our players. They go to, band go and play the alma mater, and, players go over there for it. And they went running toward them. The band's playing loud and cheerleading. I mean, it was
awesome.
It was a cool moment. Almost like you see, kind of like you see in college football where they're running to them in the end zone.
Yeah.
And I heard one of our, it was Brogan, was walking down behind him as we were going to walk the field the first time as we arrived at the stadium. And we're walking down that tunnel, and he said, man, this is great. This is cool. And, it was. It's kind of like you see on TV. You're going through a tunnel. So
I hope y'all get more chances,
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. It's a whole lot better than playing at Alabama A&M.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a difference. The stands are so far from you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's the environment there is terrible.
It's weird.
What?
Very weird.
Yeah.
How did Athens travel? Did the fans show up? Or
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They did. Sure did.
Well, y'all probably had
Yeah,
double
yeah.
what Mae Jemison had.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nice more than that.
I'll say at least.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, I would say at least quadrupled it. I mean, we had a really good crowd. And that doesn't surprise me. You know, Ty Parker does a great job with the band.
Yeah, he does.
Tasia Farmer with the cheer, and Christy Murphy with her dance team. And, you know, and all those parents show, you know, the band numbers have grown.
Rebecca
You know,
Gladney with
good.
the Majorettes. I can't leave my friend out, Coach.
There you go.
She's
That's
a
right.
she's a good one.
So,
there you go.
So, Coach, when did Carl Prather reach out to you for this documentary deal they're doing? That's an awesome job. I enjoyed that first episode.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, early in the summer, they reached out to us, and you know, and it was their idea. Man, I think that might be a pretty good deal. And you know, Carl's a great guy.
Yeah,
you know,
he
been
is.
able to spend time with him through the years, and I think it's going to be great. I mean, boy, you talking about high level. I mean, that is a professional deal. So, every Thursday night there'll be an episode to follow through the season. I just told our guys they're going to document something. So we need to win.
Yeah, no kidding. My sister Leanne was actually. We were talking about the show the other day, and she said she actually teared up.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's good. You need
It's
to watch
good.
it if you
It's on 48 Sports Zone app or the new 48 News app as well. So it's called Beyond the Lights.
Yeah.
Beyond the Lights.
Yep, kind of. It's kind of hard knocks.
And you know, when your wife said, you know, this is the end of an era. I mean, that's what got to me because, you know, this is Brogan's last year. You know, and with you coaching there, and then it starts out the episode. You tell the kids, this is your 41st first day of practice, 42nd first day of practice.
Yeah. Right.
But that's what way they documented this so far, and I can't wait to see it all because it's a great deal.
Yeah, it is. It's, you know, and what hopefully they're going to be able to do is spotlight different kids, and you know who has a good week this week. You know, get to spotlight some of those guys, but what I think what it does, it gives an insight into the program, and it's not going to be a ton of football, you know. And,
that's what's cool, though, you know.
Yeah, because there's so much more to it than what people see on Friday night.
Absolutely.
You know, and so much more. And then you know, there's going to be, you know, we talked to them about, hey, you know, Friday night's not just about the football team. It's about the band. It's about the cheerleaders. It's about all those groups
and fans
and the community. That's right. So I think you're going to see all that tied in, and I just think it's a really good deal.
Well, they could have picked a better coach.
I love watching that kind of stuff. You know, anytime there's any of that for anybody, I love watching it. You know, watching receiver on Netflix, or you know, quarterback, or you know, whatever it is. I enjoy watching and seeing what happens away from there.
Yeah.
So what was the quote? If you smile at a kid and they smile back, you know they'll come back. What was that quote?
Yeah. So Sam Graham, you know, my best friend, he coached with us one year, and he used to say the craziest. You know, if you know Sam, he says crazy stuff all the time, and then you know, one day I was like, man, why you say some of that stuff so stupid? Why you say that? And he said he smiled, didn't he? I said, well, yeah. He said, if they smile, they'll come back tomorrow. And, you know, and that's kind of our deal. Keep kids coming. And you know, if they'll come back tomorrow, you got a chance to make a difference in their lives. If they're not coming and they're not still with us, we got no chance to make an impact. So, you know, and you want them to leave with a smile. And I'm firmly convinced, nobody will convince me otherwise. The best part of our kids' day is when they're with us.
Yeah. That's true.
No offense to any of the classes they take or any of the teachers they have.
No offense to the algebra teacher. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, in a lot of cases, like myself, that's why I went to school.
Yeah,
it wasn't for algebra.
It's true.
I mean,
it's true, and you know, and they're with their buddies.
Yep.
You know, they're with them, and just I mean, they energize me when they come in the building. It's just it's a great thing, and we love being with them, and yeah, we want to try to make them smile. A lot of times we don't make them smile. A lot of times they don't make us smile. So,
that's true.
But we love them. We want them to know that.
When the video you showed us on your phone back on Thursday when you were at the station, is that the uniform reveal there? Is that part of the documentary, or is that just something somebody shot there in the locker room?
Actually, I got one of our coaches do it. We don't let anybody take phones in the locker room.
Okay.
But on that day, I told one of the coaches, "You need to video this." So we wanted to show what a uniform, what we're supposed to look like in a uniform, and what you don't look like in a uniform. So we brought a coach in that is in pretty good shape, and actually phenomenal shape, and put him in the uniform and said, "This is what you should look like." And then we brought in one that had on, it's not in phenomenal shape, that had on pink gloves and a mouthpiece on top of his helmet and a visor, and didn't have his knee pads in, and, leg sleeve, all this stuff to try to look cool.
Yeah.
And, said, this is what you're supposed to look like, and you guys that put all this extra crap on, that you think you look cool, this is what you really look like.
Yeah.
So trying to make a point and also inject a little humor in there with it.
That's awesome. And it's true. If you look good, you play good. I mean, it just kind of follows. I mean,
Well, it is. And what I tell them, though, is that, and I always say this, if you want to stand out, be a stud.
There you go.
It ain't wearing something funky so somebody will notice you. If you're a good player, nobody cares what you're wearing.
Nope.
They know who you are.
That's right.
Well, I think they came out in the fan favorite, though, color combination.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have the gold pants. And
old school.
We do that, and they were new pants this year. We got some new ones, and it's a little bit. It's hard to get that old gold. You can't get it anymore. Yeah. Nobody makes it anymore. But this is closer to it than we've had, and we got the gold helmets, which is what was worn prior to 1975. This is third year of those, and I think it's a good, clean, gold helmet, white jersey, gold pants, white socks, white shoes. I think it's a pretty clean look.
Yeah,
and everybody. I do want us to look right. Uniform by definition looks the same, and that's what we want to do.
So, Coach, you got Buckhorn coming in for the home opener. What do you know about them?
Well, film hadn't come through yet. They had a problem with their film. I just checked right before. The reason I answered the phone is I was checking my phone to see if we'd got the film in. But I know this. They always have good players. They're going to have good skill guys. They're going to have big linemen. Matt Patterson's over there, and I think he's maybe in his fourth year. But Coach Patterson does a really good job. He's a good football coach. They're going to be sound fundamentally. Cal Crabtree's their defensive coordinator. I coached him at UNA. He was on my staff here in 2016, and he's a fiery dude, and he'll have his bunch ready to play. They'll play extremely hard. Beat Decatur 33-19. Decatur is they're still a young team. They're not as young as they were last year, and new coach with John Ritter over there, and like I said, I hadn't had a chance to look at the film because it hadn't been sent yet, but I know this, we'll be in for a dogfight. There's no doubt in my mind. It'll be a dogfight Friday night.
And it's at home.
Yes, that'll be our home opener. And, we've started a Letterman's Club here this spring. We call it the A Club. And anybody that played football here, was a manager, filmer, involved with the football program, coach, can be a member of that. And it ain't a fundraising group. It's a group. I want them to be able to get together and socialize and connect. So we're going to have a big deal before that game, have a tent set up, tailgate out there for them, and our players will walk through them to get on the field. We'll have a section roped off in the stands for them and all that kind of stuff. So I think that'll be a good deal. We want our players interacting with the former players, and I think it's been well received early on, and hopefully it's something that's going to grow.
There's a line in the movie Incredibles. There's no school like the old school.
You got that right. I'll second that.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us, bud. We appreciate it, and
congratulations. Good luck this week.
And, and good luck against the Bucks.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Gross, head coach of the Athens High School Golden Eagles, and we are here still at the Elkmont Band Booster Car Show, and they're still going, but we're done. So
just don't forget, Beyond the Lights. Every Thursday night it drops at 7 o'clock. And mine and Greg's podcast video comes out on Thursdays. Limestone County Sports.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Todd the Bod, Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tim. My name's Tim. My name's Tom McClung. We ain't got to go home. We got to get ourselves up out of here. We'll see you next Saturday.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.